Hey guys, Matthew, and today I want to bring you guys a video on why you should not play CoC. So CoC, aka Cast on Crit, is basically the build of choice that I went with after I basically transitioned from my league starter, which was Bladefall Blade Blast. Today I want to tell you guys why this build is absolute garbage and why you should not play it in current times. Basically, this is a pay-to-lose build. You play this build, you lose money. Now, put on your tinfoil hat, we're going for a ride. This is definitely a little bit weird. I don't understand it. I've tried literally everything I can think of, and I can't figure this out. So let's talk about what I'm talking about here. So we're talking about 100% Delirium maps. Whenever you do 100% Delirium maps, I'll go ahead and show you guys what happens here for anybody who has never done this. You see here, there's a little 12 bar. Now, this is the amount of reward tiles or amount of loot that you're getting per map. Every single time this reaches the maximum, it's going to reset and the number goes +1. A bunch of loot drops on the ground, and essentially this is what's going to dictate whether running 100% Delirium fractured maps is worth it or not for you. Now, this build can run 12 reward tiles in Canyon. It doesn't matter what I've done. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. I've tried literally everything. I cannot get this to be higher. I literally cannot get this to be higher, okay? But other builds, such as such as Blade Vortex, be it Poison Blade Vortex, Self-Curse Blade Vortex, Fire Blade Vortex, Cold Blade Vortex, and I've been told that other builds like Inquisitor, Penance Brand, other people are playing other builds that are able of doing the exact same map, right? The exact same map base, fracturing the exact same map, having the exact same set of watchstone, the exact same bonus objectives, the same middle tree, the same actual sextants on these watchstones, and the same level of investment when it comes to scarabs, the exact same thing, and somehow they're getting 13 bars of loot consistently, and even sometimes in those really juicy maps pushing to 14 bars of loot. Meanwhile, my current build has a bit of a struggle on getting 12 bars of loot. It pretty much always gets 12, but 13 is a pipe dream. It's never happened. And sometimes, if you're very, very unlucky, or let's say, you know, you get a really bad set of Harbinger or whatever it is, right? You can even get to the point where, if you're very unlucky and you have like a death in an alva or something like that, you could actually not even reach 12. So 11 to 12, 12 being the absolute maximum, 13 and sometimes 14 for other builds. Now, why is that? I don't know. And I'm really tilted. I literally have tried everything. I've tried not using Herald of Ice because maybe, you know, the shatter is causing some type of problem with the beyond spawning. I've tried using an elevated explode and scaling the explode with some rim burns and converting that explode damage to cold, and then scaling cold damage through various ores and stuff to try to get as much damage from explode. And we got to the point where a single tick of cyclone was literally blowing up the entire screen of Harbingers. I've tried not clearing the map too fast. So for example, when there's big sets of monsters trying to go away, waiting for a bigger, you know, pack of monsters to form and then killing it, so I have more monsters dying closer to each other, like bigger packs of monsters, therefore spawning more beyond portals. I've tried not using basically the skills in my like not using Vortex or dropping, for example, some skills in my cost freeze. I have tried literally everything and I cannot break into 13. Meanwhile, other builds with similar budgets, similar playstyles, aka Blade Vortex or Penance Brand and whatnot, are actually getting that 13 bars of loot consistently every single time. And like I said, even sometimes pushing up to 14% in those really juicy maps. Now, this is either a bug, which is created by some interaction somewhere within this build, or a bug created by some interaction somewhere in all the other builds. So either this build is bugged and you're losing currency, you know, one tile of loot is literally 8% or so less loot than you would normally be getting, or maybe even up to 10%, because the further in the actual loot, the more loot you get. The initial rewards give you very little in terms of rewards, but as you go through you're progressing through more and more bars of loot, more and more tiles, the rewards are better and better because it's harder and harder to reach the next tile, okay? Because of that, it's actually maybe even more than 8%. It might be even like 10 to 12% less loot, which means on a map-to-map basis, you're losing up to like 10% of your profit per map, which is absolutely insane. You do not want to be playing this build with the current bug or whatever interaction is happening, okay? Now, for the people who think like, oh, come on, Matt, you're full of shit. Like, this can't be real, right? Okay, well, I've got some proof, okay? So here what I'll show you guys is my build engaging a set of Harbinger, the 10 Harbinger, which is from this node over here, right? Diplomatic Escort, which gives you Harbingers in area. One Harbinger is joined by reinforcement. This basically means that one Harbinger is like 10 Harbingers or something. It's a lot. Now, there is some RNG here, but just watch these two clips and holy crap. Okay, so clip number 1 is me with my build. Now, pay attention to how much reward tiles I have before engaging with this Harbinger pack. I am just over 8 bars of loot. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead in here and clear these 10 or so Harbingers, and let's see how much loot I have by the time they're all dead. Okay, so they're all dead, and I'm still at 8. I have not even gotten a full bar of loot from killing this entire pack, okay? Meanwhile, shout out to my boy Grimro. This is going to be a clip of Grimro doing the exact same thing, engaging a Harbinger pack. Look what happens to his actual loot bar here. So we're gonna go ahead and play this clip. He's not engaging it. Okay, he's just about to engage it right now. Not quite actually. All right, right now, he's just about to engage it. So he hasn't. Okay, now he's engaging it. See, he's just about to reach 7 bars of loot. So let's just say he's at 7. Right? Now he engages the actual Harbinger pack. And there's a lot of lag. And boom. Now that the Harbinger pack is dead, he is at 9. You can see at the end of this clip. I don't even know if he's actually killed the entire thing at that point. But he's actually already past 9 bars, which means he got past 2 full bars of actual Harbinger of actual completion, on his reward tiles, while cast on crit, somehow, some type of interaction, bug, weird thing is causing it to get less. So again, basically this build is bugged, and I would not recommend playing it right now. If you're actually going to be thinking about copying my build or playing my current build, I would highly recommend you do not play this. I'll be respeccing into something else probably tomorrow, because clearly I don't want to be running maps if I'm not, gaining as much money per map as I could be getting. Now, of course, we're still making plenty of currency, upwards of 10 exalts per hour, but why make 10 when you can make 12 just because your build is bugged? All right. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this really tinfoil video. I mean, I really had to put my tinfoil hat with this one, but we tried everything I could think of on stream. I actually, at some point, ran somebody else's map who told me that they were consistently getting 13 plus bars of loot. I went into their map and completed their map and got 11.5 without completing the alvas, because of course they have to be there for that, so they weren't in the map. Then they came into the map and did the alvas and got up to 12. But then I had them run my map, which is a very, very small map in terms of investment. It was actually, or in terms of juice, it was a 97% quantity map, which is a very small map, really, compared to the 110, 120 that you can get. And I let him run my map, and without the alvas, he got to 12.7 to 12.8 or so bars of loot without the alvas. So all I had to do is go in the map and complete the alvas, and I got over 13. And he was playing Self-Curse Poison Blade Vortex. So it's not a question of, initially we thought it might be some type of seed problem, like the seed of the base of the map. So we tried to run someone else's base. We tried to run our map in someone else's map device. We tried to run, other people have run our map in our map device. We tried literally all the signs I could actually think of. quite literally all the signs I could think of. And this is the reality. There is some type of bug or interaction that's going on that's preventing something of happening, be it more beyond bosses, be it, I don't even know what it could be at this point. I have no clue, but you really shouldn't be playing this build. So before I go, I want to say a huge thank you to my supporters, Johnny, Michael, Cluzy, Zarashi, Lero, Gaikona, JW Player, Scott, Justin, Alex, Ollie, Matt, Kevin, Hayden, Bitizen, and Axel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.